Hello, welcome to the virtual physics lab at ACU. I am Dr. Samanthi Vikramarachi and I'm the lab coordinator, and I'll be your instructor, like major instructor for the virtual lab sections. And we do have a graduate teaching assistants that's supporting us grading your lab reports, and also if needed, you can contact them for support as well. Well, in this video, my plan is to go over the Canvas page and give you an introduction, or basically a walkthrough how these labs are running through the semester. Let me share my screen with the Canvas dashboard, and then I'll show you like how to access the Canvas course and where to look for your assignments. All right, so when you look at your Canvas dashboard, you will see the course that you're taking. My role is different here. I have access to many classes, but for you regarding physics, you will have access to your own course. So for Physics 201 and 202, we are using this Canvas course to communicate with you regarding the class and the lab. And also this is where you will be doing the exams on the lockdown browser. And also we are using this Canvas course to do the lab assignments. Then for 207 and 208, we have separate lab courses on Canvas that's specifically for the lab. So if you are taking your lecture class with a different professor, you will have a different web page, Canvas page for that particular lecture class. But here we having these two. For 207, the course looks like this one, and 208 this is the course for lab class. So this is separate from the lecture class. However, this is part of the major class. So you will have, like, you will get some grades for the lab course. So it is some percentage. It depends on the professor. Please look at your class syllabus to see like what is the portion of the lab grade is. Now here, I'll show you where to find the assignments. All right, so here I open the Physics 202 Canvas course. So this is General Physics 2. General Physics 1 course also looks like the same. So if you go to the, let me make myself a student view, so I will be seeing what you are seeing. All right, so this is what you're seeing on your screen. So you will see announcement and the class details. This is about lab details. I think you had a chance to go over this. Now under modules, if you go to the modules, you will see the, depending on your class enrollment, you might either see the lab assignment face-to-face or lab assignment virtual. So for most of you, it should be lab assignments virtual that you have access to these assignments like Introduction to Online Labs and Measurement and Error Analysis. So this is not our first lab, but this is for your practices and try while you're waiting for the labs to start. So this is very important. Error analysis in your lab classes is really important, because when you are doing an experiment, there are percent differences from the theoretical values, and we should be able to explain what or where that error came from. So please try this. So open. And then you will have access to the assignment, and then you can start assignment. Here you can download the PDF version of the lab manual, and then report document. So you can download it and start working on this, and you can submit this one. This is for complete and incomplete grade. It is not count towards your final grade. However, it's really important to try this assignment. For 201, let me go back to my dashboard and open the 201 course. In 201 class, if you look at your modules here again, so you go to the modules and then you will see the lab assignments. So Introduction to Excel. So for 201 students, we are doing Introduction to Excel because we are using graphing techniques in many labs to analyze the data. So please open it and try it by yourself. If you need support, you can talk to me, you send me an email, or you can come to my optional Zoom meeting where you can meet me or GTA, Graduate Teaching Assistant, that should be able to help you. Now, Lab 1 motion graph is already open. For 202 students, it will be open on Wednesday morning. So for 201, the motion graph experiment is already open. So open that, and you were given with all the, am I in the wrong place? Let me go back. Sorry about it. So you go to the modules, and then you go to the lab assignments virtual, right? Because we are in a virtual class. So here you have introduction to virtual lab and introduction to Google spreadsheet. So Google spreadsheet is easy for you guys because you are virtual and Google spreadsheets are readily available for you. So I created an introduction to Google spreadsheet. So please try that. Now let's try the first lab, describe motion. Now here you see like I created the assignment in a way that you have all the instruction needed to be complete the lab. And here's the link to the optional Zoom meeting. We are meeting Thursdays from 12 to 2 p.m. So if you need support and if you're still confused, please come meet us and get our advice to complete this lab. So you're all by yourself, so you might need our support. So please make sure that you are attending at least one of the optional Zoom meetings and get our support. If this time doesn't work and if you still want to talk to us, shoot me an email, so I will get in touch with you. Now, this is what you have to do. So this is the simulator. So in the virtual labs, we are using simulators to collect data because you don't have access to the lab equipment. So this is the simulator that we are using in this first lab. So click on it and it will open to a simulator, and that simulator will be used to collect the data. And down here, this is the link to the lab manual in PDF version. That is your key point. So make sure you download this one and keep it as the reference. I know you cannot edit the PDF unless you have Acrobat Reader or something purchased, right? I'm not asking you to do that. So this one, just open it and keep it as reference because we are working in Google Docs or the Word documents. So when you're working on Word documents or a Google Doc, it will mess up your formatting. So maybe some pictures might be missing and you're making your life harder without knowing like what is really in there, right? So this PDF is locked the format and the picture, so you have access properly to the assignment. So make sure you download this one first and keep it as reference. So when you are confused with something, that is the best place to look. So look at there and make sure you are seeing the correct thing on your document, right? All right, so that's the reference. Then you have the access to the same lab manual here under as a Microsoft Word document or a Google Doc. So whatever you preferred, you may use either. It really doesn't matter as long as you are familiar with formatting and arranging it nicely. So download that one of these and then start working on it. However, when you are done, you're not creating the group reports. It's your individual lab report. So you're going to create your own lab report and submit. So what is a lab report? Now, when you open this one, you will see like it has question and procedure to follow. So you're going to do that. You don't have a lead author or lead experimentalist. You are the lead author, you are the experimentalist. So you're all by yourself. However, you can come to the optional Zoom meeting, and if you can attend regularly, we can create this as a group assignment. So here you see introduction to the theory, and then later you will see, I'm sorry, I cannot open this properly, but anyway, you have access to this. So here what you have to do is follow the instructions and keep answering questions where you see a space, right? So in the given space, you may start answering the questions. So you will receive grades for each work you are doing in here. Like for 10 questions, there are dedicated points for that. So for example, this one has 5 points. So if you answer these, you will get the full points. We will be doing grading before your next lab assignment. So anyway, please work on these in the given space. And then later on, what you're going to do is you're going to download save the file as a PDF. We are not accepting Word documents or a Google Docs. So make sure you save the file as a PDF file, and then you're ready to submit the lab report. So when you're ready to submit, you scroll up and here start assignment, and then you will see like choose the file. So you choose your saved PDF file. Don't submit any Google Docs or a Word documents, as I mentioned. If you want to add a couple of files, you may do that as well. Also, we are accepting Excel sheets or the Google Sheets, but make sure you save those as PDF as well. So it's easy for us to grade. So your grades will be available right away. So make sure to save your report as a PDF file, then submit through the Canvas. Please don't email your lab reports. It will make our life chaotic. ours and yours as well, because grades might be missing from your Canvas course. So it is difficult for us to communicate with your professors and transform the grade easily. All right, so I think that will help you. In some points, I will be creating videos introducing to the simulator, but on the lab manual, there are guidelines to follow. So it will help you to play with the simulator. In the first lab, we are using simple simulators, so you should be good. However, if you need support, please attend to the optional Zoom meeting. Of course, you can email us, but depending on the enrollment, we might be delaying in replying you. However, please stay in touch with us, and we should be able to guide you through completing these assignments. Now, one more thing before I close this video. So you go to the modules. Yeah, I'm going to leave the lab assignment. And then if you scroll down here and go to the introduction to virtual labs, and here you can download the lab policies and also the link to the Zoom meeting. And here, this is our lab schedules. So according to the lab time that I listed earlier, you will see these lab assignments coming up on these particular weeks, right? So if the labs are opening from Monday to Friday, you will see these assignments open on your Canvas page for this entire time that listed on this schedule. So this is the schedule that we are following. So we are not meeting in some of the days, I mean, not meeting, but there will be no lab assignments in some weeks. So we are basically following the in-person lab schedule. So we are not doing extra for you or less for you. So we are doing the same lab experiment using simulators. So you're not missing anything. But however, for a physics lab, I would say the in-person lab is the best. So if you are on campus and if you still like to transform to a face-to-face lab, please let me know and I'll try to accommodate you to a face-to-face lab. All right, thank you. And if you have any questions, you can always email me or please attend to an optional Zoom meeting and I'll be able to talk to you and help you.